Or shall we move this? Will it be easier? Probably easier for you to move, right? Okay. I think that's good. Okay. All right. First 20 seconds. Out. Okay.
Also, we look. This is why we don't realize that there's so much taller.
Yeah. Except we've been filming it standing for quite a while now.
I know. I guess I just started looking. I don't know.
Anyway. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, and welcome. We are in the dining room today.
We've decided to be sitting for the podcast rather than standing. I feel like we're almost like we're rushed when we're standing.
Okay, so we've been having discussions about podcasting and things like that, and how
We're
to
not
make
going
it.
to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. Goodbye.
Peace out, Toad.
Toad's out. Anyway, just making it look a little bit more relaxed.
Right.
You know? Not quite so forced. We're trying. Anyway, so we have lots to talk about today.
When I'm lying in my bed.
Coming from two different sections. Helen in her bed, Mary Beth reclining on her couch. Anyway.
Mary Beth on her fainting couch.
Yes. There are times. Can I tell you there are times? You would think in this castle somewhere there would be a fainting couch.
I think we need to get one.
I really think we do.
Just for the photographic possibilities.
Well, I mean, I see gory illustrations.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to lose a lot of weight before I get down to the gory-esque.
The ethereal faint.
Right. Right now it's just crash, boom, bang. You know? All right. We've got Advent.
Advents.
We've got Bookvents.
We have November cross-stitch wrap-up.
We have December cross-stitch previews.
Right.
I've got knitting and, hold on to your hats, folks, crocheting.
I have knitting and crocheting.
So there's lots to talk about.
Yeah.
And we have to talk fast because then Helen has to edit it and she doesn't want to edit an hour and a half long thing. So. All right, here's to, fingers crossed, no interruptions. That's the word I'm looking for. No disruptions or interruptions. Should we do admin first?
Sure.
Get that done?
Okay.
Okay. So we have dyed up and sent out all the pink Santas. There are just a few left of the different colors and the mini skein sets. I mean, just a few.
Yeah.
If you are interested, get them now because we are not dyeing them anymore. That's it. Pink Santa is done and it is on its way into the vault.
Right.
So, yeah.
Making room for the new collection that will be coming out in the new year.
February, right? We said February, so it's going to be coming out in February.
Yeah, so it's ready to ship. You don't have to wait for it unless you order something that's a pre-order with it. But
I was going to say, unless you order something else.
Yeah, once the quantities are gone that we have in the shop, then that's it.
That is it.
Pink Santa is done.
Also, there are very, very few Mickey Mouses left, and that is going into the vault after the end of this month. So if you want Mickey Mouse, that needs to be gotten. If you want Remarkably Bright Creatures, that has to be gotten.
Okay.
And
the crow.
The crow.
So what we're going to do is for the yarn clubs, they will be released as a mystery in month
one.
Then month 2, they become available to everybody who didn't want to do the mystery. They wanted to see whether they wanted the skein or not. And then, so they'll be available that way for 2 months and then they'll be retired.
Right. So month 2 and 3, they'll be available to everybody. At the end of month 3, they go into the vault.
So November's yarn clubs, both the Denizens, Disney, and the Favorite Books are all available now in the shop for everybody. I will put pictures in of them all here.
They're beautiful.
They are.
I'm going to show you 2 out of the 3 that I'm working with.
Right. And, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you already showed Peter Pan.
Right.
Okay. And then, so they'll be available now in December and January, and then January 31st they will be retired. So
Right.
that is the way the yarn clubs are going to work. And if you would like to order your January of any of the three or all of the three, they are also now available for pre-order. It's convoluted to explain.
Yes, but it's really very easy.
We've got a handle on it.
Right. So, Mickey, Remarkably Bright Creatures, and the Crow. If you want them, get them now.
Right.
They're going December, the end of December. And
They might still be available in January if we have the odd skein or two.
Right.
But if you want to pick your base, pick your quantity, order them now for pre-order, end of the month. I have to let the dog in. So no more disruptions.
Honestly, I said to him yesterday he needs his own doorman to open and close the door for him whenever he wants to come in or go out, because I'm done. I'm sick and tired of jumping up every 2 minutes. This morning, he was scratching at the door to come in. So I go, open the door. He takes one step over the threshold, and then like something better happens across the yard. So he has to turn around and he goes off again. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I close the door because I'm in the middle of doing the smoothies. So I come back in. I'm getting ready to start the smoothies again. Start scratching again. And I could have left him outside. However, I don't want to have, him scratch apart the 150-year-old door. So,
and between him, the 2-year-old Great Pyrenees who has a mind of his own.
Oh dear God, does he ever?
Stubborn mind, and the 14-year-old Drusilla's bladder. You're either letting one or the other in or out.
Right. Oh my God, last night it was constant.
Yeah, last night was a problem.
Last night was just a really bad night, and it was just, oh my God.
You finally get Hugo down and settled, and everybody's ready, and you start playing the TV again, and Drew has to go out.
Right.
And she riles him up again. Like, oh my God.
All right. Anyhow,
this is life with very spoiled dogs, because I understand that we could fix the problems.
Yes. But. Okay. So what we were talking about was
the yarn clubs.
Okay, so that's done.
I think we've covered that.
That's done.
So Pink Santa, limited quantities now available, and November's yarn clubs are now available to the masses.
Right. And January's are available for you to pre-order.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Links for everything will be down below. I want to say, as far as when we do the Bookvent videos too, I always link the books down there.
All right, so shall we do Bookvent?
Yeah, we have our Tiesta Tea Advent today. Tiesta Tea loves their chai, because here we go. Chai love.
Didn't we have chai yesterday?
We had rooibos chai. This time it's black tea.
Okay.
So it's the same ingredients, except it's black tea instead of rooibos tea, which a lot of people said that they don't like the rooibos chai. They like chai, but not the rooibos. This is very high caffeine content.
So did you
we've got 3
like the chai?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was warm spices. I don't think it would be something, it wouldn't be like my go-to.
Okay.
But it wasn't like it would get me another cup of tea. So I had a couple healthy scoops of honey, and I enjoyed it. So
I had a black cherry tea from Tiesta Tea. It was very good.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Tart.
Cool.
Very good though. I liked it a lot. Okay. Shall we do Bookvent?
Bookvent.
All right. So for those of you that are new, Bookvent is Helen and I picked 24 different genres of books, and we bought each other a book in each of the genres, and today's is magical realism.
I'm excited about this one.
So Helen gets to open hers in green, and I open mine in yellow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got, okay. I got The Wilder Women by the author of Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance, which right there, I will try anything by this author, because that book I love that. 5 years ago, Nora Wilder disappeared. The older of her two daughters, Zadie, should have seen it coming because she literally sees things coming. But not even her psychic abilities were able to prevent their mother from vanishing one morning. Zadie's estranged younger sister, Finn, can't see into the future, but she has an uncannily good memory. So good that she remembers not only her own memories, but the echoes of memories other people have left behind. On the afternoon of her graduation party, Finn is seized by an echo more powerful than anything she's experienced before. A woman singing a song she recognizes, a song about a bird. When Finn wakes up alone in an aviary with no idea of how she got there, she realizes who the memory belongs to, Nora. Now it's up to Finn to convince her sister that not only is their mom still out there, but that she wants to be found. Against Zadie's better judgment, she and Finn hit the highway using Finn's echoes to retrace Nora's footsteps and uncover the answer to the question that has been haunting them for years. Why did she leave? But the more time Finn spends in their mother's past, the harder it is for her to return to the present, to return to herself. As Zadie feels her sister start to slip away, she will have to decide what lengths she is willing to go to find their mother, knowing that if she chooses wrong, she could lose them both for good. Well, that sounds really, really good. And look at that cover. That is just beautiful. Wow. Okay. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
This looks really, really good.
And after the Beast of Extraordinary Circumstance,
Yes,
she's an automatic buy.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So it's by Ruth Emmy Lang. All right.
I got What Became of Magic by Paige Crutcher. And this is Aileen Weir, a witch who can talk to ghosts, has kept her talents hidden ever since a disastrous middle school slumber party. I could see where that would happen. Choosing to be invisible and use her powers in secret to help lost souls reunite with the keys to send them home. All the while, she finds solace in a bookstore and the three mysterious women who run it, until Aileen discovers the Book of Mischief and her powers are enhanced. Following a solitary path until the age of 30, Aileen's life takes an unexpected turn when the wrong, or perhaps right, person witnesses her using her powers, and she is invited to a town that doesn't exist on any map. Arriving in Matchstick, Aileen learns of a lost magic that desperately needs to be found, and only her unique powers can do it. But what she's not told is that magic is a person, one that is dangerous and seductive and has been waiting for a witch with a power like hers for centuries.
Okay, so I made a list of all these different magical realism books. And I was going through and reading the blurbs on them, and when I hit that one, I was, oh, that's it. We're done. We are done.
That sounds good.
I know it does. It sounds really, really good. Also, gorgeous cover.
Yes. And it says for fans of Alice Hoffman and Deborah Harkness.
So,
cool.
Yeah. Which is...
I have to get reading.
I know, really. We're just talking about how we're going to set ourselves up this afternoon. We're going to do some cross-stitching, and we're going to listen to our books because we both have books that we're doing on Audible.
Yeah.
And we need to get going on them because my reading stats are so down. So down. So.
Oh my God, I put out this ridiculous reading stat of 100 books for this year, which I knew was ridiculous and I knew I wouldn't reach it. I'm not even going to hit what I read last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to hit what I read last year. I can't remember what I did. But, yeah, no, because I did so many more Audibles last year.
Yeah.
And I haven't done very many at all.
Plus, I hit periods where it was like taking me forever to get through books.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10, when I actually got started with it, the book was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the book. It was like a 3.5, 4.5 star book. It just was taking me a really long time to get into things. It's been a rough reading period. But now we have all these lovely books to read, so hopefully we'll get started.
No more crafting, only reading.
Okay. We're book talkers now. All right, so let's talk yarn.
I don't even think I can do book talk.
Well, to begin with,
I don't talk fast enough. And
you have to get the hand gestures down.
And the cadence.
Here, tell me you're a yarn dyer without telling me you're a yarn dyer. Look at these nails.
Right.
I could never do it just because I don't have the nails for it. And I could try putting on press-on nails or fake nails, but they come off in the citric
Who has
acid.
time for that?
It's just, all right, so.
I don't like getting my hair done.
Right.
The only reason I sit through a pedicure is because of how lovely it feels.
Okay, shall we start with crochet?
Sure.
All right. I've been, I showed this before. This is my blanket that I am crocheting. It's by Attic 24. Helen will put the name in.
Right.
But it is just double crochet straight across. That's it. Just double crochet. I'm doing this with Aran weight yarn that is left over from our Disney's, and it is what I am, I make a hat out of the Disney yarn, and then I'm using the leftovers to do this. The one on the bottom, the red, yellow, and black is Mickey Mouse. The green, orange, and red is Peter Pan. When I showed this the last time, we talked about how tight the bottom was and how it kind of curved. A couple of people suggested taking it out. Everybody said take it out. And then casting on again with a crochet hook that is 2 times bigger than what you normally use. So that is what I did. You can see how much more relaxed it is. Everybody was right. Thank you very, very much. So I have done that, and I now am done my Peter Pan yarn, and I am waiting for December's yarn. It just dried, so I'm going to knit my hat out of it, and then I will take the remainders and put them in my blanket.
I almost said you're waiting for.
Yeah. I love
Oh, I can take it out though.
the way this is. This is coming out. It looks kind of like bricks.
It does. I think it's so fantastic.
I'm really loving the way this is turning out. And I had started by putting it into a granny square. The Mickey Mouse I put into a granny square, and it just looked psychedelic, and I did not like it.
These colors are just too variegated.
Yeah. So this, I'm just really loving, and I like the way they're working together.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're working well together. So that is where I am. Again, thank you to everybody for giving me the suggestions, and they've given me suggestions on, you know, not screwing up the sides. I will continue on the way I am doing it. So thank you. Look how pretty that is.
That is.
So I just have to get my next color going.
Very cool.
Once it's done, I will put it in. And I'm actually enjoying it, which, I'm sorry, I don't know who I am. Yeah. Well, you know what it is? It's really simple. It's Aran weight, so the holes are really big.
Yeah,
so I don't need to worry about it. And it's just a double crochet. That's all I have to do. I don't have to worry about anything else, just double crochet.
And the hand motion of crocheting is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I'm showing my Battenberg blanket. I'm working my way through row 20.
Okay.
20 and 21. So, look at the Battenberg.
Do you think you're going to need more minis?
Yes. Yeah,
You are going to
have to do more because I only
Okay.
have. Did he take it again? No. We have a problem.
Well, part of the problem is Helen and
I have a problem with not putting my stuff away.
Helen and I are so used to having Spike and Drusilla, who had no interest in yarn whatsoever.
Right.
And even the cats really didn't bother the yarn. Hugo loves our yarn. I will show you how much Hugo loves our yarn in a little bit. But he goes and steals yarn. He not the yarn that we're sending out, but our projects. He goes through and shops the baskets.
And he loves when I put my crochet squares in the baggies, because what he really loves to do is the sound of the baggie ripping apart. But he ate one of my silver skeins, so I have to cake up another one. I was trying to make it work yesterday, but when I hit one of these little tiny squares, and I had to magic knot it 5 times just to get enough yarn to crochet that square, I decided I have plenty of specters set aside for this blanket, so I will just
accept defeat
on this one skein and
send it on its way.
Right.
Thank it for its
service. I'm really sorry, but so anyway, this row here is row 20, and then as I go along, I'm putting in the colored squares for row 21. And I think I have maybe 2 rows left,
Okay.
if that, of minis. So I'm gonna have to do up more to get to
You're gonna have to
at
do
least
them
25.
soon so that you can mix them up so you're not doing
Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna get a whole nother collection done, but I don't think I will, unless I want to go higher than 25. Anything's possible. Because I have gotten to a point where this is actually kind of a comfort working on. I know how to do it. I've memorized the granny square, and it's so big now that as I work on it, it sits on my lap and it's cold so that it's just nice. And when I start to doze off, I just pull it up around me.
Is this Lewis and his trumpet?
No, because that's already in there. What am I doing? These are, it's either an Advent or one of the favorite books that we did with Paige.
It's probably an Advent then. That's really pretty.
Because Lewis, I think, is down here.
Purple and green together.
Did I do?
Love that.
Oh, no, I didn't do the fairy tales because Lewis was not a mini skein set.
Oh, okay. That's really pretty. Really, really pretty.
But I love
It's gorgeous.
this blanket.
It's just absolutely gorgeous.
And I have contemplated the thought of doing another one. Well, we have a lot of DK minis that somebody has wound up for us.
We do.
But doing it in DK instead.
You could do that. You could definitely do that.
It'll go up faster, and
Yeah,
I mean you can never have too many wool blankets as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Especially in the castle.
Yeah, no, definitely.
First, I'll finish this one.
Good thought. Very good thought.
Because my other thought is doing like hexies or something.
Okay, that would work too. There's got to be a cozy memory blanket for crochet. You would think.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the Attic 24 has them, but I like doing the squares or like a hexie rather than going straight across a row.
Okay.
So.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, then she's got the garden one, the garden gate one.
Okay.
That you could do. That I started with the hex.
Oh, no, you mean
that's
Cherry Pearl, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the nature walk, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's an option.
All right.
It's just we have all these minis, so.
Oh, look, we do. We have tons.
I have leftovers from my hats.
Okay.
But, yeah. First we finish this.
Okay.
So I have to wind up a new skein of Spectre, which is the gray, so that I can continue getting these in.
Okay.
And you're right, I should probably just do up a couple more minis.
Well, before you use all those up so that you're
Yeah,
not...
so that I'm mixing them in.
All right. Shawls?
Shawls.
Shawls. I have, I'm doing the Turkish Delight Shawl by Helen Stewart. I am using our Pink Santa collection, and somebody decided to eat icicles. However, it's not as bad as Helen's because I can still use it. But I just put the icicles in as
Oh, look at the blue.
the lace for this section. So I've just started that. So this is how it looks so far. I'm going to finish the blue section, and then I have one more garter section in Pink Santa, and I will be done.
This is not going to be very big. I thought it was going to be much bigger.
Well, she did it in DK, so that it's going to be bigger because of that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I am doing...
Oh, no, I know. It's just, and I think, since it is a knit vent thing, she doesn't do them as, like, massive shawls because the idea is to get them done.
Right.
So
the thing about this is it's going to be really nice for tucking around my neck when I'm sitting and watching TV and stuff and the cold winds are blowing through the window panes. I can just wrap it around my neck and it'll be like a cowl almost. It's about that
Yeah.
length, you know, it's going to be perfect for just doing that. But right now it is just so beautiful. And I love this. I really love this. So I'm continuing on with it, but yeah.
We need to put our toys away.
Yes. I do think one full mini skein set is going to work. I don't think I'm going to use more than 20 grams.
Okay.
I really don't. Because I'm going to have all this yarn left over. I have this much of candy canes. I've got this much of silver bells. That much of brown paper packages. And this is still my first skein of Pink Santa. I've got that much left. So I really don't think I'm going over one skein of that. So I'm going to have lots left over that I can put into something else too. But yeah.
If you wanted a bigger shawl, you could probably also figure out how to keep going.
Oh yeah,
and just do 2 sections and then use up the extra skeins.
You can just keep going.
Yeah.
And just carry on.
But you're going to want to move on to something else. So.
I am going to have to move on to something else because we're going to be knitting with the new collection. So I'm going to have to do that. So not sure why I seem to be playing a song. My phone or my iPad.
Is it a good song?
It's Joy to the World by Pentatonics.
Yes, it is a good song.
It is a very good song.
I think we should play it for the group.
So that's where I am with the Turkish Delights, again in Pink Santa collection. And it's beautiful. It really is.
It really is.
Okay.
I am working on the Impressionist shawl, also by Helen Stewart. And I am doing mine in Balloon Confetti, Balloon Garden, and Peggy. Teal.
It's teal. It's not Peggy. Don't go looking for Peggy.
It's teal. And this was ages ago. This was a mystery knit along. So I am almost done Clue 2, which started off just, lovely little garter. And then we got into the lace section. So it's taking me a little bit longer, but I just hit the 45%.
Okay.
And I'm doing...
This is a nice big shawl.
Yeah. The lace section is in Balloon Garden, so you can really see.
Oh my gosh.
How pretty Balloon Garden is.
That coppery color coming through is just so beautiful.
So this is... if I haven't hit 400 yet, I'm well on my way to 400 stitches. So that's also slowing things down a little bit.
Especially when you do like an eyelet section where it's...
oh yeah.
You've got, knit 2, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit 1,
this is
yarn over, knit 2 together type of thing.
This lace section is you're purling, you're knitting, you're doing slip knits and knit 2 togethers with yarn overs.
All right.
But
you got to pay attention.
You put the stitch markers in. I think it's 17 stitches. So every 17 stitches, you put your stitch markers in, and that way it keeps you honest each section so that you don't get to the end of the row and go, where did I screw that up?
When you're doing a more complicated lace section, that really is the best thing to do. Just, take the time and do it, because trust me, when you mess up and you figure out that you've messed up, you don't figure it out till you're at the end. And then you have to go back all the way.
9 times out of 10, you screwed up on stitch 5, not stitch 402.
And on some of these, you can't read the lace yet.
Yeah.
Some of them you'll be able to read the lace, but then there are other sections that you can't read the lace.
To know that you've done it wrong.
To know that you've done it wrong.
This one's coming up in a triangle.
So you can start knowing that I need to have a yarn over here because it's going to follow the line. But when you first start it, it's just...
Yeah, and you have no idea. Especially since it's a mystery knit along, so you don't see that.
Right.
But it's an old mystery knit along. I could always look it up. Anyway, love knitting it. Love the colors.
Beautiful. I am so in love with Balloon Confetti. I
love it. And Balloon Garden is mine.
I really, really love a delicate speckle.
Yeah. That's this one here.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Moving right along.
Okay. right. My other knitting that I am doing is I'm knitting mitts. I'm doing the Tchaikovsky mitts by Helen Stewart. I wanted to take our favorite books yarns and do something with them, kind of like I'm making the hats out of the Disney yarns. I wanted to do something with the favorite books yarns. So I decided to go with the Tchaikovsky knits. I have the Tchaikovsky hat, so I figured I'll do that. This is Remarkably Bright Creatures wound up into a ball.
I love this color so much.
This is Winter Solstice.
I love this color so much.
All right. So I like doing, it's much like my socks, I like doing my mitts 2 at a time. However, my mom wound these for me into a ball, so I can't get the other side of them. So Helen came up with the brilliant idea of doing one in each color, and by the time I'm done, I'll have 2 pairs of mitts, but I'm still doing 2 at a time. So here we go. This is the Remarkably Bright Creatures. That's how that's going. I haven't gotten terribly far, but I have made it past the ribbing and onto the larger needles. I had to wait for the larger needles to come. And then this is Winter Solstice. And oh my gosh, look at that. There, now you can see it. Look how beautiful that is.
It is, it's gorgeous.
This is just stunning, stunning yarn. And this one, I mean, talk about opposites. But they're going to be...
I mean, the delicate colors and then the riot of color.
Right. But oh, they're so pretty. They're really, really pretty.
Let me tell you, I love these 2 favorite books. December just blows them out of the water.
That's going out in a couple of days. We're going to be mailing that in a couple of days. But so yeah, no, it's a fun knit to do. It's not too hard to follow. It's easy to follow.
Right.
And it's kind of fun because you're doing one color and then you're doing the same stitches, but oh, look, it's different because it's a different color.
Oh, here I'm doing colorful.
Right. So, no, it's really good. So, Remarkably Bright Creatures, Winter Solstice.
Very cool.
Yes.
Oh. I had started working on mittens in Dahlia's. This is just to tell you. They were the herringbone mittens. It was a bulky weight pattern that I found because I was using bulky. I decided that I really did not enjoy the pattern at all, so I took it out and I will do something else with Dahlia's. So,
okay.
Just in case anybody's keeping track of my starts and finishes, other than me. But my other knitting that I'm doing is the woodland stockings that I showed on our last podcast. And I chose to do the bird first. I'm doing Naked as a Jaybird, which is just a plain skein, undyed skein of yarn. And Poison Apples are the colors.
Oh my God.
This is my progress.
I love the pattern on the border around the top.
The herringbone?
Yeah, that is really, really pretty.
All slip stitches. I thought it was going to be this big complicated thing. But it's all just a matter of getting the slip stitches right. It's not an easy cuff to do.
Okay.
Because you have to pay attention each row.
Right.
But I think it's just gorgeous.
So do I.
So, front and back are the same.
God, I love the way he's got a red snowflake on him.
Yeah.
That is just stunning. I love the look of color work. I hate doing it.
I really don't mind.
You like it. You enjoy doing it. So.
As long as I'm not feeling rushed or anything and I can just take my time with it. Yeah, I really do kind of enjoy it. Because I love the...
Oh, the outcome is so beautiful. You know how there's process knitting and
project knitting.
Project knitting. This is like project knitting.
Yeah.
Because the outcome is just so worth all the hassle.
So I have the other colors wound up for the other stockings. I'm not sure. I was going to try and get all 4 done before Christmas. And then I,
And the reality
sat myself down and explained to myself,
slapped yourself silly.
I have a job, and I am doing other things. So my goal will be to get the bird done this Christmas, and then I can do one each year, or if I want to do them throughout the year, there's nothing saying that I can't knit stockings throughout the year. So I've taken a little bit of pressure off myself to.
Okay.
But yeah.
Please keep in mind that I come before the boys when it comes to knitting stockings for people. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna call dibs.
Okay.
On the next stocking. They are
the problem with
beautiful.
boys and 12-year-old boys is they do not appreciate this. They might appreciate the work that goes into it, but it's not going to be like, oh, that's so cool, you knit me a bird.
Right.
I mean, if I knit them
like a wolf chewing through somebody's arm, that
or
would be cool.
the Arsenal logo or something stupid like that, they might get excited. But lovely, whimsical woodland creatures, it's not going to set them up.
No, the boys are they're sports.
Boys are terrible.
Soccer.
Here goes a fire truck. That is not good.
It's not slowing down.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
The good news is I'm in the house, and you would hope that I would know before the fire department if the house was on fire.
You would hope. Although it is the castle. All right. Cross stitch. Do you have anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. We're moving on to cross stitch. Do you know, I sat on my bag that has my candy corn socks in it, poked myself in the ass with the sharp needle, and I thought, I've got
to make time for
the socks because
I'm on the foot.
Love stripy socks.
Right.
Love it.
And I bought a whole bunch of self-striping yarn for you.
There's a basket of it. It's just waiting for us, and it's just.
Gotta get back to socks.
Other things have taken precedence, but we will be getting back to them. All right, cross stitch. Let's talk cross stitch. November's cross stitch, I had picked. Ooh, excuse me. I picked the Epic Princesses by Clouds Factory. This is all the Disney princesses.
This is just a wrap up of what we were doing based on our November whip go.
Yes.
So
all right. I had the issue with the darker fabric. This is what I got done as far as the castle. I did not get anywhere near what I wanted to get done. There was the issue with the darker fabric and seeing the stitching and that kind of thing. And we kind of got past that with the new sets of glasses that Helen got us. So those are working very, very well.
I will link those down below.
But this is going into a bag and it will be pulled out again at some point. Because I do want to continue working on it. However, it's not going to be this month. It is getting put away.
Yeah.
So that is project number 1 for my November whip go. And then project number 2 was the Nimue Alice Carousel. And I did get a little bit more done on this. So I pretty much finished the inside of the carousel, the wheel on top of the carousel.
Come up a little, a little bit more, because you're missing your head. There you go.
And then I was working my way down the top of the carousel. And I have to finish the left side. I have to finish this side over here. I got some done because I had to finish this whole side of the wheel I finished, and then I had the top started, but I hadn't come down at all to do that part, so I had to do all of that. This is difficult. This needs a lot of concentration because there are probably 6 different reds in that red section, and figuring out which one it is and where you are with it. And
Also, reading her patterns is difficult because they're paper patterns. So we take a picture and put them into our GoodNotes as a PDF. But she has all her back stitching on top of. She doesn't have separate patterns for
Right.
just the stitching and then another pattern that'll show you where the back stitching goes. It goes all together. So that it takes a little bit to read it. It's not hard.
You can see I did do the back stitching on my clock and the Mad Hatter's hat. So you can see where I've done some of that. And it's just a matter of
Paying attention.
paying attention, figuring out where you are, and just following along.
It's one of the detriments of working on it, putting it aside for a couple months, coming
Yes.
back to it, because the first couple of days is, what was I doing?
Not only the first couple of days, every single day that I started this, it took me about 15 minutes to figure out
Where you left off.
where I left off and where I was and that kind of thing. This one I'm having a little bit more difficulty with. Also, November was a bad month sleeping, so that I was very, very tired in the afternoon, so that I didn't get as much stitching done as I had planned. But I do think a lot of it is the pattern, because I started a new pattern for December and I'm flying through it.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to laugh when you see how much I've gotten done, but I'm getting through it a lot faster.
But I mean, considering that the little castle that you got done in an entire month,
right,
and what you've gotten done in 2 days,
right.
in comparison, it is you are flying through it. And this is definitely more of a project thing rather than a process.
Yeah.
You want the finished product, so product thing.
Yes.
So it's a product.
I mean,
stitch.
this is what it's going to look like when I'm done. So there's a lot that goes into this.
Maybe you in your GoodNotes you highlight what stitch you in a different color you left off on.
I did do that.
Okay.
I started doing that.
Yeah.
So that I did have that thought, and that helped a bit. But then I have to find where it is on the actual stitching.
Okay. Oh, right. Oh, okay, because your needle's not in it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Okay.
All right. My 2 November whip goes. The first one was the Stitch Rovia Dance Live. I'll put the picture here. And my goal had been to finish the dance border. You can see how well I did. And the problem was that the first part of the month was spent doing my other one, so that I didn't stitch on this as much.
It's a beautiful.
It is.
And it's going to be really lovely when you're done.
And it was go ahead, yeah.
It's going to be, again, something that you're going to put it back in the bag, and we'll pull it out again later,
Right.
and keep going with it.
And it had been a couple of years since I had worked on it. So
Right.
like Mary Beth with the carousel, I had to go find where I was, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So yeah. That's just that. And that is going away for a bit. And then my other one for November was my bear in the tree, which I have now framed.
Completely finished. FFO'd.
Ready for Christmas.
Ready for Christmas. I mean, God. We haven't even put out Christmas
Right.
decorations yet, and you've gotten a new one to add to the collection.
So I framed it myself because I figured for something that is going to be a seasonal thing, I don't need the full-on framing with the glass. It's got a plexiglass insert, but I love him so much.
He's fantastic.
And I will love taking him out every year and admiring.
Yeah.
She does bears so well. This is The Bear in the Tree by Madame Chantilly. And I don't have to put a picture in.
You can see what the final product is.
So really, very, very pleased with this one. And I'm very happy that I ditched the Stitcherovia. I didn't give it equal time so I could finish this one.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so for December, I picked 2 Halloween stitching projects for WhipGo, and decided that I didn't want to do that. And since I run my own life, thank you very much, I got to choose 2 new ones. And one of the ones that I chose was Owl Forest did a mystery stitch along that is Alice in Wonderland. It was, I think, finished up quite a while ago, so you can see the finished product. I am kitting it up right now. I'm getting the threads ready to go. I have the fabric. I'm good to go. So I'm going to start that either today or tomorrow. But my other one that I chose, I decided I'm going to
Because you revamped your WhipGo board, because you were very heavy on Halloween, and you put in some Christmas and some everyday ones.
I had to change out 10 different projects because I had so many Halloween. It was in the middle of September and I was all Halloween. But I have now...
She was stacking the board.
I was. And did I get any Halloween in October? No, I did not. But what I did do was I switched it out with things like we have Cricut...
Cross-eyed Cricut.
Cross-eyed Cricut. We have all the different months. So I have Cross-eyed Cricut month. So that whatever month I happen to be in, that when I pull that, I'm going to work on that month. I also have Cross-eyed Cricut season or Cross-eyed Cricut holiday. And whichever one I'm closest to, I'm going to work with that. So it's not, hey, you have to do Halloween in July.
Right.
Which actually wouldn't be so bad.
No,
I mean,
Halloween
in December is really rough. So what I did was I put in a Christmas one to start. And I chose the Christmas Mice by Madame Chantilly. And I started it the other day, and you can see how much I've gotten. Oh my God, look at this. It's a Santa Claus mouse. I mean, come on. Oh my God. So I start in the bottom corner right there. Right there. That's who I'm starting with. And this is what I've gotten done so far. He's awesome.
He is.
He's really and truly awesome.
She does mice about as well as she does bears.
Yeah. Oh, she really. I mean, look at him with the star
and the angel. Yeah, the angel one.
Oh my God. It's. I want to live in this world.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to
have the mice. We just have to give them costumes.
I'm going to continue along with this. And keep going. I had gotten a piece of fabric that I was going to replace for the princesses, because I didn't know whether I was going to be able to stitch with the new glasses. So now I have this lovely big piece of tan fabric that I can use for all different sorts of things. And I think Alice is going to work on this as well. So it's going to be Christmas on the bottom, Alice in Wonderland on the top.
It's like a mullet.
Yep. So those are my 2 that I am working on. This one I am really enjoying working with because her patterns are great. They really are.
Well, they're so fun to work on. She uses all of 9 colors.
Also, like, if you, rather than having to do an entire carousel, this is what I'm focusing on. This one little mouse. You know, that's what I am focusing on.
My goal is to get this one mouse done.
And it's that I can do.
Yeah.
You know, that you have everything in this tiny little space, and it's not just this great swooping thing coming down.
Right.
It's a mouse with a present. I can do that. So that's where I am.
My 2 that I chose were both Christmas. And one was the Bear and the Girl by Madame Chantilly. We'll put a picture right here. I haven't even kitted up yet. I have to kit it up, but that's on the agenda for this afternoon. And then the other one I picked up was my Christmas frogs that I have started ages ago, probably last Christmas. And the pattern is
Mama Witch cross stitch.
Mama Witch cross stitch, and it comes in quarters. You get there's a page for each quadrant essentially. So I've done the top 2, and I am about 3/4 of the way done. This one here, I have a little star to put in here, and then this section here is done, and then that's all I have left.
Okay.
Second quarter. So I have to finish, give him some legs.
Pants.
And socks, because look at his Christmas socks.
Oh my God.
Whether I will get him done in December while doing all of the other December-y things, probably not, but
We shall see.
A little bit further along, and I might get myself to a point where it will become another project throughout the months that I work on to try and finish.
I love this.
Yeah.
I really love this. This is a good one. That's really good.
There's so many fun details about it, because you've got the cardinals up on top as part of the border.
They're stringing popcorn.
Right.
They're wrapping the fireplace in popcorn.
I mean, look at the movement of the fire.
Yeah.
Only one of them gets a stocking. I'm not sure why there was only one stocking on the fireplace. Guess one of them's bad. But he has a holiday libation. So yeah, it's really cool.
It is.
And with our new glasses, it makes stitching much easier.
Yeah.
So, and I love cross stitching. I really do.
I do enjoy it.
So this afternoon, it's 1:30. Once I'm done editing, I'll cross stitch.
We better get going then, because it's already like almost an hour.
Right.
All right. I think that is it for me, project-wise. That's all that I have. How about you?
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
That's all. That's it. Okay.
An hour's worth of stuff.
So we've started watching movies at night. We did My Cousin Vinny. Holds up very, very well.
Yes, it does.
Really, really well. We did, we were going to find a Christmas movie. I was going to look for The Muppet Christmas Carol, and
we were on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus had The Princess Bride that I was going by, and we decided that we really couldn't go by that. So we watched The Princess Bride. Boy, does that hold up well.
And we just watched it last year, but
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I love that movie.
That is such a good movie.
Pretty much quote that movie. But
we did Chicago with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Renee Zellweger and Richard Gere. Also holds up very, very well. We did Mamma Mia. That was fun. Love the music. We did The Muppet Christmas Carol. We did actually go back and watch that. So that was a good one. And then just yesterday we did The Emperor's New Groove. The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, that's it. The Emperor's New Groove. And Helen and I had a ball with that one. That was just... I've forgotten how good that movie is, because I think I've only seen it once. And I don't know why. I just put it kind of to the side as not that good.
Kind of a time capsule as far as the cast is concerned.
Yeah.
Because the cast is... Not many of them are as prominent as they were at the time.
Right.
So that it's just, at that particular time with David Spade, and it's just... I thought, more than anything, it's because they were using known actors for the voices. So yeah,
we've had some good luck with movies. Yeah, they've been good. Yeah. All right.
Finished the Great British Bake Off. Very pleased with the outcome of that.
I was okay with that. Actually, final 12. Any one of them could have won, and I would have been happy. But the final 3 were good final 3.
And the holiday one comes out on Friday.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
And we've been going through the Holiday Baking Championship with my mom now.
On Food Network.
Right. So going all the way back to when Bobby Dean was...
That's right.
The host, not Jesse.
But right now we are in the season 3 that had Jason in it, who later became big on the Food Network.
Oh yeah, I think he's hosting some holiday food
He usually
thing.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fun stuff. That's also it's making us really, really want to bake. So that may be coming up soon.
Oh, yeah. We have, Mary Beth, my first book vent was it's right here. Giuseppe's Italian Bakes. So we went through the beginning part, and he has all the things you need. So we made sure we have them all,
We now have all the things you need.
and we will start making things from it. So
We're creating our baking corner.
yeah,
We have a cart that's got all the baking stuff on it that we can roll in and out and then put it away so it's not in the way all the time. But yeah, we're organizing it and getting everything together so that when we're ready to go.
we will have Noel standing in the doorway and say, "Bake!"
Yeah. You know that I'm going to be doing that. Ready, set, bake! Okay. I think we are all set.
I think so.
We hope you guys have a lovely rest of the week.
Go forth and create.
We will see you Friday
We'll
live.
see you tomorrow.
Noon. Okay. Regular podcast. We will see you Friday live at noon when we do our chatty,
Right.
interacting with everybody kind of podcast.
And in between, you get 2 days of short ones of us doing our book vent.
So we'll be back tomorrow with Bookvent. Okay. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.